Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming, homage to Master Sakya Cheng Kung, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Dupten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of the ceremony, the greatly loving and compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattvas and her myriad emanations. Homage to the main deity of the Dharma transmission, the seven-eyed Buddha Mother, White Tara. Sumo, Tanchen Katso, Tutan Siddhi, Tutan Karma, all Dharma masters, Dharma lecturers, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, temple and center directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do?
你好，大家好。今早感恩。愛してる。じゃなくて、Hola amigo. Te quiero mucho. すごい。一番。気持ちいい。住民。やび。プリンプリン。こんにちは。
Today, in the Dharma transmission, most importantly is to transmit White Tara's secret Dharma to attain divine seeing. And everybody in attendance should have this talisman of full right. Every one of you, right? It will be distributed later. Everyone has one. And this talisman, we can say,
是，其实在印度天图
in India,
在阿育吠陀里面
in the Ayurveda,
有一颗是专门属于符咒。
It was mentioned, there was a section that mentioned about talisman and mantra. There are two important things. One is prayers, the other one is meditation. And for us, prayers is extremely important. And we can also say that's merit dedication. When we often to pray to the Yidam or to the deity every day. So there was a female disciple that wrote a letter to me that I was thinking of you in the morning, and at noon I continue to think of you, and at night I especially think of you. And you think that's a mistake, but actually the Root Guru and Yidam, you should do that to the Root Guru and Yidam. that at every moment and every instant you visualize the yidam seated on your crowns, your yidam to be seated on your crown, and to pray to them.
我是这样子做的。
That's what I do.
每天我都跟我的本尊祈祷。
Every day I pray to my yidam.
时时意念自己的本尊。
At any moment, I'm mindful of my own yidam.
没有停止过。
Non-stop. Our own root
祈
guru,
请的时候，
when you supplicate,
说法之前，
before giving Dharma teaching or whatever I do,
自己
I will definitely have our own gurus seated on top of our heads or crowns.
那么这一道符呢，
So this talisman
在天图的时候，阿育吠陀，
in India,
什么是阿育？
then the Ayurveda,
生命，什么
and
是吠陀？
that's Ayur meaning life and Veda meaning
生命的
study.
学问，
So the studies on life.
在印度，它有古老的文化。
In India, there was an ancient culture and civilization. Do you pronounce it as Veda?
在阿育吠陀里面就有符，
In the Ayurveda, they also have talisman,
文字
and it's the same in China.
你们
This
上都有，
this is the secret
上面
scripts.
三横，
You all have them. 3 horizontal lines on the top,
就是前3年，
which means the former 3,
坤6段，
the 前
2个
3 young lines of Qian, and then 3 broken lines
就是
of
天
Kun. And these are the signs of the Bagua, the 8 trigrams, meaning heaven and earth.
天地
And
的
then that's the eyes, character for eye, which means the eye of the heaven and earth. And then
这里一个见，看见的见，
that's seeing, the character seeing.
形，
And then
所
form,
有的无形你都看见。
that you would be able to see all sorts of formless,
来
the intangibles.
就是七星，
And that's the 7 stars.
七星，
6 stars, 7 stars.
6星，北斗，
The 6 stars of the north and the 7 stars, the 6 stars in the south and 7 stars in the north. With the Big Dipper.
符，这个都是加持过的，
These are
受过灌顶以
the
后，
fu or talisman, the signs,
对，
and they have been blessed.
把
And
它这个符
after you burned it, you pour water, and then you take it, you eat it, you drink it.
快速的你就有天地眼，
Then swiftly you would be able to have the eye of the heaven and earth, and that is celestial eye or divine seeing.
平时你修行很好的，这一下子你就
So if your spiritual cultivation is good, then you would open your third eye very swiftly, very quickly.
尊有。
So only Grandmaster has this talisman.
我的符都盖了章的，
And
你们
my
拿到的符
talismans
盖了章的吧？
have the seal.
是我保证的。
So only the ones with seals are guaranteed. And if there are no seals on it, then you just draw them yourself. Then it doesn't have enough power.
这个有盖章的，
This is the one with the
符
seal,
有验在这样
and it would be very responsive and effective.
力量
Most importantly is the power of the blessings.
活菩萨来，
You invite the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to come, and you invoke White Tara, and she has 7 eyes. That's why we have 7 white or clear crystal balls to represent her 7 eyes. 2 eyes on her palms, 1 eye on the brow point, and 2 eyes here on the face, and 2 eyes at the sole of the feet. So she's 7-eye Buddha Mother, and that's White Tara. And she's Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva's transformation of a transformation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva's tears. So also part of the 21 Taras. So also emanation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. So all the talismans need to be blessed by White Tara first in order to be effective. So you invoke White Tara. So now we're talking about White Tara. Now White Tara is in my body. And then you place all the talismans, and then we use power to bless them. In order for them to be effective. So if White Tara blesses the talisman, then it would generate power. And all the talismans have been blessed. So please don't raise your talisman. No. So once it's been blessed, it would have power, the power of White Tara. So that's the function of the talisman. A very important point. Second, you need to practice the qi, or the subtle vital energy. Like Grandmaster, ever since Golden Mother helped me open my 3rd eye or celestial eye, the qi inside my body are flowing smoothly. Every day, when I practice the qi, so that it's not blocked. If the qi has blockages, or close or wilted, are not allowed, are no good. Our most important qi should focus or gather at the brow point, the 3rd eye area. That's the practice of the qi. That's the practice of stillness, and there's also practice of movement. Some people think to open the celestial eye, that at the brow point or brow chakra, and then they use something pointed to make a hole there in Tibet. And that's really overdoing it. I've read a book, And the author,
他自己把自己的这里
they did
用刀
this part,
手术一样的，
use knife like having
不像我们修行
an operation to cut an eye.
无形的眼，
But through our spiritual cultivation, we form a formless eye.
那个顶是
When you open your aperture or apex, there is a hole there.
我们有所谓的开顶破瓦法，
Sometimes in the practice of Powa, opening the apex,
我修气以后，自己就这里就
after I practice Qi,
合闭起来的地方，
the close off area there would naturally open and there would be hole.
我会给大家
There
看
would be a hole and I have shown it to everyone. There is a hole there, very
不
obvious.
然就是有一个裂痕。
Otherwise, there's a
无
crack.
心呢，你只要把你的气
And the brow point,
印上来，
if you gather and transport the qi from all over the body there,
印到这个眉心这个地方，
to move it to the brow point area,
就这个把天眼打开，
that would open the celestial eye.
该看的你就去看，
And you can see what you should
不要
see.
看
And you should not see what you should not see.
还有人就问师尊啊，
And someone asked Grand Master,
这个如果我开了天眼以后啊，
if after opening my third eye I see ghosts, what should I do then? What
我
are
们
the
就这样
ghosts?
子讲
We often say
啊，在台湾呢有一句话，
in Taiwan
年轻
there's a
人到
statement,
台北去谋生意，叫做北漂。
this is a pun, Chinese pun.
到了
The young people going to Taipei
高雄做生意，
for making a living is called the
那么
North
阿拉伯去做生意
Drifters
就是阿飘。
or the South Drifters or this is
那
only
阿
a
飘
Chinese
怎么办
pun.
呢？
So what would you do if you see ghost?
你本身已经有修护法没有？
Have you practiced the protector?
你还怕阿飘？
As a tantrika, why are you afraid of ghosts? You shouldn't be.
你会结界吗？
Do you know how to do protection on yourself? Do you practice the protector's dharma? Then that'll be fine if you do
没
that.
什么好怕的。
There's nothing to be afraid of.
你不愿意看，
If you don't like to see
就
them,
没有了。
then you just close off your celestial eye.
像师母昨天晚上
Like Simu last
车
night,
在师母
as I was driving
到
and
家门口，
Simu riding with me going
就
home,
跟我讲，
at the front gate, Simu told me
这门口站着3个
at the front
古装
gate there
有你，
stood 3 men and women dressed in ancient
昨
clothes.
天晚上
So Simu saw them last night.
有一次，
One
我们
time,
2个一起看到，
both of us saw at the front door a package
牛皮纸的包裹
in the cardboard box,
啊，师母
all
开
taped
车
up.
从车门口
And as we were driving, she opened the car door, was going to take it. And then I took a look again, and the package was gone.
下去，
And I told her,
不见，
don't get off the car, it's gone. And Simu also took a look, and the package was gone.
看见
So at first we both saw
看到那个包裹消失
the，package, and then we both saw the package disappeared.
你有发生过这种事情吗？
Did you ever experience such a
没
thing?
有这种事情发生。 是真的耶。
That's really
家里有
that's
包裹
really true.
邮差哪来的包裹？牛皮纸
It's
包裹，那么一
obvious that there was a package right there,
看到了。等师母要
and
下
a
去
big
拿
one.
包裹的时候，
And when Simu was about to get off the car to pick up the
在
package,
无形当中它消失掉，
and
没有啊
intangibly
包裹
it just disappeared. There was no more
如果
package
一
to
个
be
人看
found.
到了，也许他眼
If only one of us saw
看
it,
到的，
then maybe they saw it incorrectly, but both of us saw
一
it.
定是无形寄给我们。
So that must be a package from the intangible beings. Even the package too was intangible.
很多奇怪的事情，
There were many strange things.
这个天地眼
This heaven and earth eye,
无形，
seeing all the
南
intangibles,
斗北斗，
the north and south stars,
南斗北斗，
big and little dippers,
南斗六星，北斗七星啊。
the southern stars, 6 stars, and the northern 7 stars.
这个符是有力量的，但是你修气方面有没有力量？
So the talisman has power, but how about your qi practice? Does it have power?
你修气的力
And do
量，
you have power in your inner practices?
眼
You use the power of your qi practice to open your own third eye.
有天耳通，
Grandmaster has divine hearing.
第一种
And what kind of power is that?
打开天耳
Close.
通，
Open the divine hearing.
注意看我的耳朵，
Pay attention to my ears.
有没有看到它在动？
Did you see my ears move?
那就是气在耳朵，
That means the qi is in the ears. The qi is the one that moves. So if the qi is in the hand moves.
啊，气在脚上就是脚动，
And when the qi is in the feet, then the feet would
气
move.
在脚上啊，气在脚上，
There's the qi in the feet.
乱踩的，
I did not tap
大家也会啊，
voluntarily.
自动的。
It was involuntary.
气在两肩，
And of the qi on the shoulders.
我甚至于气在牙齿，
Or on the teeth. The
一到
qi.
牙齿上，
When I move the qi to the teeth,
牙齿它自己会扣，
then the teeth would tap by themselves.
气走到哪里，你心
Wherever the
哪里
qi
就在哪里
goes, and wherever your mind directs it, then qi will be there,
表示你全身的气都是活的。
which means the qi all over your body is alive. That this is called the movement
你
of
看过的
qi.
那个启灵学，
You can read the book number 22, the studies on
当我
awakening the spiritual energy. Golden Mother told me in the beginning
就开始气
to join your palms, and then it would move, starting to move,
开天眼。
and then open the celestial
谁教
eye.
我的？
Who taught me?
瑶池金母教我的。
Golden Mother taught me.
所以瑶池金母是我的第一个本尊。
So Golden Mother is my first yidam.
其实，在印度的这个瑜伽，
Actually, the yoga in India, there is still yoga and then
动态的
move yoga
就是我们
movements
教里面常常讲
in
金
yoga.
刚拳。
So movements in yoga is what we often say Vajraphis
动态
exercise.
的瑜伽
And the stillness in yoga,
基础就是壁如七之坐，
the most basic is the 7 postures of Vairocana. You have to sit upright. The spine has to be straight and slightly tuck in your chin, open your chest,
中脉挺直。
and straighten your central channel.
那是静态的瑜伽。
That's the stillness in yoga.
只有一个
The most important goal of yoga is
入三昧，
one, which is to enter samadhi.
这是最重要的。
That's the most important
所以你能够把你的气
goal.
运到
So if you can transport your chi to the celestial eye area, and then you take in this talisman,
就顿开天眼，
then you would immediately open your celestial eye.
像这个七眼活母白度母亲，
And then you pray to the 7-eyed Buddha Mother, White Tara.
像我的白度母的咒，
The White Tara mantra,
绿度母，
actually, White Tara, Green Tara, and all the 21 Taras start the same.
达拉嘟达拉嘟啦，梭哈，那个是属于绿度母的咒，
That's Green Tara's
度母
mantra,
的总咒。
the general mantra of Green Tara.
嘟达拉嘟啦梭哈，这是属于绿度母的咒。
That belongs to the Green Tara's mantra.
达嘞，嘟达嘞，嘟嘞梭哈，嗡达嘞，嘟达嘞，嘟嘞梭哈，那是属于绿度母的咒。
That's Green Tara's mantra. And then you add
嗡达嘞，嘟达嘞，嘟嘞咕噜呀梭哈，这是白度母的咒。
then this is White Tara mantra.
当然，白度母的咒
Om Tare Tutare Ture Kuruya Soha.
嗡咕噜呀梭哈。
The shortest White Tara
我们这
mantra.
个咒音啊，是在
Om Guruya
很重要。
Soha.
那个雷藏之
Mantra chanting is very
上
important.
是在
The sound of the thunderstorm
啊，人就在那边，
is headed by Master Lien Jiu.
在排班里面啊，
You're over there, you're not part of the assembly.
他有2个咒音做得很好，
He did 2 very nice mantra
像那
chanting.
个弥勒菩萨的咒音，他做的
Of Maitreya Bodhisattva. That was
那个咒
excellent.
音呢，
And the other one,
他也制作白度母的咒，
the White Tara
也做得很好，
mantra,
值得赞扬。
is also very nice. And there's one more.
大方法王金刚不是他做的，
Mahotara Heruka was not composed by him.
法王大法
不是红财神，不是红财神，
不是红财神，
Rajambala, no.
对，那个我是想不起来。
I forgot.
圣观音还没听到，所以这是新的事。
莲华生大师是这样子，
Guru Padmasambhavas.
Om Ahom Pacha Guru Pama Siddhi Hom Se. 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 我们是知道这个咒。
That's Guru Padmasambhavas. We know this mantra.
那个是莲叶上师请人做，
And Mahotara's Heruka was outsourced to outside company by Master Lien
莲叶
Yue.
上师请人
And also the rainbow body transformation, Guru Padmasambhava's mantra was also done outsourced.
米吹雅的咒，
And Master Lien Jiu,
弥勒菩萨
Maitreya Bodhisattva's mantra was
有一个咒呢，
worth praising. And then the other one,
你们讲得出来吗？
Can you say it?
白度母是现在才做的，当然是可以。
White Tara is for today. Of course, that's fine too.
红财神是它的配音可以，但红
And
财神的
Yellow Jambala's music is fine, but not the mantra itself. 哦，那个。
居然讲不出来。
那个什么，金母。
我那天不是在彩虹雷藏寺讲过了吗？
I just said it at the temple, Limbu Temple.
老人家会忘掉，你们怎么可以忘掉
As an old person, I forget. But how come you are not? Who are dining together? 那个什么？
弥勒菩萨那天师尊在吃饭的时候是赞扬是做那个白度母跟弥勒菩萨的。
哦，白度母。
对。
那白度母，你放白度母的，现在咒音看看。
So let's play the White Tara's mantra again.金刚，我是金刚萨，你跟他们做。你给练习看，给练演看。
非常好。
This true mantra recitation is very good.
就是听起来啊，很有味道。
Because then they sounds very nice.
那个咒音啊，听起来啊，非常的有一种愉悦啊。
Then you feel happy listening to that mantra chanting.
啊，我看到那个发红大法，阿吽巴扎古萨玛西提吽塞，唵阿吽巴扎古鲁巴玛西提吽塞，唵阿吽巴扎古鲁巴玛西吽塞。我告诉你，那天在过关万顶的时候
，You know, let me tell you, when
同门的脚步就是踩着那个牌子。
By all the disciples passing by the empowerment banner would follow the rhythm, and as if they're dancing, passing through the empowerment banner, which means they have received the mantra recitation, so it feels good listening to it. So when we pass by the empowerment banner, their steps are very light, as if they're floating. And they follow the rhythm, passing through the empowerment banners. So, good mantra chanting will make your heart mind be in union with the mantras.
我曾经唱过那个力度母的那个咒，你们这里谁会唱的？
I have sung the Green Tara chanting. Anybody can sing it here?
唱得好的，唱得不好的不要出来。
Only the one who can chant it nicely. Reverend Lian Qi from Indonesia. She sings it really well.
Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha.
好的。我们
Okay.
那个在家的有人会唱吗？
Any stay-home practitioners? Anybody can sing the Green Tara mantra?
哦，对，很勇敢。
Oh, very brave.
师尊，弟子请求师尊大加持。
Oh, it's the Grandmaster.
Om Dale Dale Dule Soha. Om Dale Dale Dule Soha. Om Dale Dale Dule Soha. Om Dale 谢谢师尊，谢谢各位。
Thank you, thank you. You're very courageous.
所以就制作咒音啊。
That's why composing mantra chanting is a very difficult thing, really.
制作咒音不是很容易的事。
It's very difficult to compose the mantra chanting.
韵还有
The melody and the feel
要传达的，
has to be able to express
能够跟你的心啊，
so that it can
而不是一味的。
can combine with the minds of the sentient beings.
连真是地，
Not just one taste like this.
地后，哇，这个像敲木鱼一样，
Then there would be like just knocking on the wooden fish,
疯掉，
that instrument, the chanting instrument. Then I felt
一定要有它的
it made me mad, it made me crazy. So it has to generate some Dharma taste. It's very important, it's hard to describe, but the feel is different.
所以这咒音的制作不是很容易。
So the composition of the mantra chanting is very difficult. Master Lian Chu works very hard, improving and improving and improving, and now it's wonderful. It's worth praising.
有些人是这样子的，跟你
Some
讲
people,
他不一定要听你的，我就是要用我的。
when they are told, they will not listen to you. They just want to do what they want.
那个味道如果没有出来，
But if the feel is not there,
研究上师啊，
but Master Lian Chu,
那个味道已经抓到了，
now he's got it. He's got the feel.
值得赞扬。
So he's worthy of praise.
他也不怕我，
And he's not afraid of my criticism.
评他。
He's not afraid that in the past I criticized him. But those with no spiritual commitment
也不做了，
would just turn around and leave
去做生意。
And I wouldn't want to be a master even. I might as well just do business and make money and have several wives.
你奈我何，对不对？
What can you do about it?
人家不会，
But not him.
他很虚心，
He's very humble
他现在做得很好。
and modest. And so Grandmaster now say, you've done really well. So we should encourage him.
这个咒啊，
So the mantra is the heart of the yidam, of the deity.
碰到阿飘，
When you see ghost,
你把金刚咒念了，
then you just chant the Vajra
金刚
mantra
指，
and use the Vajra finger pointing at him
用指示印，
and use the finger pointing mudra.
除非你功力不够，
Then they would disappear unless you have no power or you don't have enough power.
他也不
If after chanting mantra and then forming the Vajra mudra and the ghost still there, then you should ask for help.
好，谢谢龙九先生。
Thank you, Master Lianqiu.
所以要开天眼啊，真的
So to open our celestial eye, frankly speaking,
开天眼，气
to open the celestial eye, you need the qi. You need to practice the qi of breathing, and whether you gain spiritual union with your yidam, you need to gain yogic union with White Tara.
这个299册，师尊的299册，
Grandmaster's Book 299,
母的修持法，
there is a practice procedure of White Tara.
现在不讲。
I will not talk about it now,
册里面就有把那个白度母的
but
修
in
持
Book 299, there is a White Tara
按照修持法
practice procedure,
相应，
sadhana, and you follow it until you gain spiritual union.
再加
And
上
White Tara will give you blessings.
加上你
In addition, this talisman, and you have fruition in your qi practice.
这3个
Then
合一
definitely you will open the celestial eye with the combination of these three, the qi, the White Tara,
跟这道符
and the talisman.
3个合一下去，
So the union of these three will immediately open your celestial
你
eye.
能不能应用气在你的手指上？
Can you
气在你的手指上，
utilize your qi on your hand
那你手指
and to
就
invoke your yidam?
就会自动的。
Then your fingers would move by themselves.
这七子时算就是这样子神算的、啊。
So this is divination using fingers. They move by themselves.
你问他什么，他会答的。
Divination using fingers like this, and they would answer, and their marks and signs.
啊，现在卢师尊所讲的对不对呀、啊？
So what Grandmaster said, is it right?
他讲100%对啊。
And they say it's 100% right or correct.
气
So the qi,
本尊相应，
yogic union with
加
yidam,
上这一道符，
and this talisman.
如果你现在啊拿回去一吃下去，你顿开天眼，
If you take it home
自
and
己身上已
take
经有
it
气
and you immediately open your celestial eye, that shows that you have qi in your body, and you would have some spiritual responses.
应的很多
Among the disciples, there are many, many who have
都相应，
spiritual responses.
相应的很多，随便一挤就有。
There's many. Anyone, almost. Anyone we point to.
我们这里有一个弟子，
We have a disciple
今
here,
天也在，
and today's here too.
莲华生大士，金
And
刚萨埵，
they saw Guru Padmasambhava, Vajrasattva, and Padma Kumara in union. the three in union and use light to radiate on them
改变了他的本身的人生。
and then change their whole life, their life. Padma Kumara, Vajrasattva, and Guru Padmasambhava, the union of these three.
那个弟子坐在哪里啊？他
So
坐在这里，
where is that disciple? Definitely not inside here,
也不是出家人，
because not an ordained Sangha,
贵宾
not a VIP,
都不是，
none of those,
也不是大富豪，
and also not a wealthy person.
他不知道在哪里。那个弟子
I don't know where that disciple is
看到以
now.
前发生大事，金刚萨埵跟
So Guru Padmasambhava,
用光照，
Vajrasattva, and Padma Kumara in union, and then radiate light upon them, and to change their
那个弟子有一种
heart,
气
mind,
跑到
and
这里来
life.
吗？
So would that disciple have the courage to come up here?
是很有感，很多人也很有感应。
There are many people who have some spiritual responses.
我们来了，有几个空行母在这里，
And there are several Dakinis here.
他们都是有感应的。
They have come. They all have
另
some
外还有连
responses.
雄上师
And Master Lian Xiong.
啊，你感应到什么？拿给他，
So what
麦克风拿给他。
what spiritual experience you had? Just give him a microphone.
顶礼师尊，
Homage to Grandmaster. How should I say it?
常常就在
I felt
我
that
们很远，
Grandmasters,
常常在我们旁边，
although we are far, but Grandmaster is always alongside us.
很早
Earliest
几
time,
年，我是
in the 1980s, I took refuge 1985.
3年之后就
About 2 to 3 years afterward, I saw Grandmaster Kim,
把那个手
and
我的头，
he placed his hand to my head, and then to force, to put in a qi into the dantian, and dantian keep moving,
差不多1分
throbbing.
1分左右，
About 5 minutes.
师尊就把那个气灌进来，
So he poured the qi into my body,
就
and from then on, in my Dharma practices, I
星光
have many spiritual experiences, like seeing the starlights, fire, sun inside my body,
个烟
and then to generate the smoke, first the smoke,
火
and then the fire,
光。
and then light.
然后呢，最初其实这不是这样，其实是心
Actually,
就是
inside the body,
有一个好像
there is
一样，
like a lightning.
闪电禅定的时候，它在身体
In meditation,
每一次那个闪电都不同地方
that lightning would appear at different places, different parts of the body.
闪光灯一样在里面闪，不是
It's just like a flash, but inside, not outside, and just keep flashing, flashing
闪到最后
continually
闪啊。
until eventually
那个
stopped.
时候我还是一个同门，还
I was just a regular disciple, and I asked the master in Hong Kong, but he didn't give me an answer.
就是那个
Now, eventually, I knew.
通那个脉，那个脉
So the qi opens the channels, which normally are blocked.
过的时候，它就
So when it opens, when the qi moves, it would create a sparks and flashes.
开启那个身
And after a while,
那个齿轮上面好像一个烟幕一样升起，
and then the smoke in the navel chakra, it's like a mist rising, and then I saw fire,
那个太阳。
and then there's the sun, and saw sun,
很多时候都看见师
like
尊
that.
这个，
And then many times I saw Grandmaster. Whatever I prayed,
师尊就在我旁。
I would feel that Grandmaster is next to me,
移民到多伦多
as if
也是一样。
after I
之前
moved to Toronto, When I saw the immigration officer, I saw Grandmaster Kim and placed it on my head and then caressed my face. So I knew that the interview will go fine because face in Chinese sounded like interview, and the immigration officer was very pleased to see me. And after our it worked. When he built the Jingyin Temple in Toronto, he encountered many difficulties, and every time he prayed to Grandmaster, everything was resolved. I did not understand this, but Master Thubten Dorji, when he was sick, I went to visit him, and he told me he needed a house to heal, to take care of his health, because his environment was not good, his condition, the aircon and everything was not were not good. So he said Grandmaster's name and told me the story. Went to Seattle, the Jingyin Buddha verse. You have transcendent power. Now I want a house to heal my illness. Please resolve this problem. And sure enough, 3 days later, someone made an offering of a house to him. So wherever Grandmaster is, if Grandmaster in Seattle, we just face to Seattle and pray. This is very useful. And Grandmaster also gave me lots of things which during the Dharma practices, which I don't want to say here. So in the Dharma practice, Grandmaster also gave me some things. I have to say this. And Master Thubten Dorji said, a long time ago, at the Singfa chapter, I went there. There were many other disciples there. And then he told me, my disciples said your guru wrote in his book, and then the disciples said Grandmaster is boasting. And then Master Thubten Dorji scolded his disciples in front of me. So that's good enough for Mahabrahma, and especially a Buddha who has attainment. They did not know any better. Thubten Kama, he's helped Grandmaster do many things. He's in Nepal, and he was recognized by everyone there as a Rinpoche. And he's a Singaporean. You were in Singapore, right? And then in Nepal, he's helped Grandmaster do many things. Master Sakya Tsongkhong's temple, he's also make donation there, and many other Lama temples there has received his donations. So he's one of the Guru Padmasambhava's 25 primary disciples, Thubten Kama. So he's now helping Grandmaster do some work.
那释迦真空上师啊，
Like Master Sakya Tsongkhong's temple, where?
回师尊在加德满都
Kathmandu, next to the big pagoda.
大家达克仁波切的一起
And Sakya Dakshan Rinpoche
学院，收容一些比较贫困的
was built a Buddhist school to help the poor little monks for their education.
在
And your
是我
temple?
的庙是达芒族的庙，
It's a Tamang, the temple of the Tamang tribe is also nearby,
那个周围
next to the big pagoda.
佛堂旁边，那是车水马龙，空气很
Next to the big pagoda, they're very busy there. The air is polluted.
脏的地方，
Many people come and go. Very dirty place.
这边建这间寺庙的时候遇到很大的考验，
When I built the temple there, I encountered many obstructions and obstacles. So I prayed for Grandmaster's blessings at the big pagoda. And I saw the eyes on the pagoda that became Grandmaster's face, and I was crying right then and there. That's very good. Please be seated.
尼泊尔那边的所有的寺庙，
So all the temples in Nepal recognize him as a Rinpoche.
莲华生大士25个大弟子当中，其中
It's one of the 25 disciples of Guru Padmasambhava. What was his name?
回师尊他叫卡称豪吉王丘，也是在北马嘎当里面是一起作家的父亲。
Pavithamcho, which is in Kadampa is the father of Ishijoga.
发的啊，
So Ishijoga's father.
他也看过师尊，
So he's also seen Grandmaster,
有一个人
Grandmaster's Dhamma body. And another person, when you just talk about eyes, somebody else saw Grandmaster's eyes.
那是将来的一个空心母，
It's the future Dakini.
就是他坐在这里嘛，
Is she seated here?
他是银狮子的，银狮子的有进来，
In the welcoming team. Is it in here?
看到师尊的眼睛，
She saw Grandmaster's eyes.
他是一个空心母，
She's a Dakini.
看到师尊。
She can see Grandmaster and several more from Singapore.
新加坡很多哎，
Many,
新加坡至少1个、2个、3个、4个，
at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
印尼的、
Indonesia, also several.
台湾的、
Taiwan,
香港的，
Hong Kong,
很多的，
many.
他们的这个灵性都非常高，非常高，可以
Their spiritual state is very high. They can see. And
光明路在那里，
Gao Minglu,
他也看过师尊的，
he's also seen Grandmaster. Give him the microphone.
我看过师尊很多次，
I've seen Grandmaster several times, many times.
在皈依的时候就
When I took refuge,
有一个意向，是不是？
uh,
写信皈依。
I had an experience. I wrote a letter. After I sent the letter, the next morning in the Dhamma practice, there was a ray of light entering, golden light.
然后我整个人就
And my whole self
在地上，然后做一些
was lying on the ground and stretching,
然后
warming up.
起来打拳。
And then I would stand up and
他给我一个答案，
play the
我问说
Quan or exercise, and I ask the question, why am I like this? And the answer, this were the movements of the past life. I was a disciple from the Shaolin temple. And seeing, when I chanted 7 times of True Buddha Sutra, on the 7th time, Grandmaster appeared in front of me, transparent, and I asked a question and also got an answer. And several times. The first time I did the 108 prostrations, and then I sat down and Grandmaster appearing in front of me and radiating light. And the Grandmaster who appeared was not the Grandmaster that I usually visualize. It was the one on the wall, the one showing the right shoulder. There was a photo of the True Buddha School lineage guru wearing the Lama outfit with the bare right shoulder. That was over 10 years ago when I just took refuge. Oh, over 20 years ago when I just took refuge. Thank you. And today, did anybody see? There are so many Avalokitesvara Bodhisattvas and white Tara and green Tara and many Dakinis all descended together in the sky. So let me tell you the key points to open the celestial eye. First, you need to have the secret talismans for celestial eye. Second, the Qi. And third is to have the yogic union with white Tara. When you fulfill these 3 requirements, then your celestial eye will definitely be open and you'll be able to see. So, spiritual cultivation of those with strong spiritual roots would naturally open the eye, the third eye, and see. So we have many witnesses who would share what they understand or they experience, and this is also not something rare. About the practice itself, it is in the book 299. I think it's the title is the records of the 80-year-old monk. And then book 300 is returning to the cosmos. And then the current book is the Flying Flowers of the South Mountain. It's a poem collection. That's book 301. And it would be slower for me to write to 301 because 300 books are enough. Especially book 300, I wrote many pith instructions and key formulas for samadhi in book 300. If you buy book 299, there would be the White Tara, Celestial Eye Dharma, the key points, and the offerings are the 3 whites and 3 sweets, and then 7 white, clear, crystal, transparent crystal balls. So you need the fourfold dry fish for immeasurable bodhicitta generation. The praise, may all beings be liberated from the 6 realms, forever sever the cycle of birth and death, and ascend the Buddha crown. We only wish for the compassion of the great White Tara, to have celestial eye as desired, and the marvelous observation. May all beings equally receive blessings and have attainments. So you can write your own praises too. And then the praise for the White Tara is to deliver sentient beings to the other shore. And the key point is entering Samadhi. And sometimes you have celestial eye, and then divine seeing, divine hearing, divine knowing, and then transcendent power of traveling. But the most important one is the transcendent power of complete outflow. And what is complete outflow? Is that the complete outflow of afflictions, that you have no more afflictions, you have no more attachments. So complete outflow of afflictions and attachments, then you will become a sage. No more afflictions. So if you have no afflictions, of course you're a sage, because humans always have afflictions. So if you practice until you have no more afflictions and no more attachments. So someone is afraid that, True Buddha schools maybe only lasts 1 generation, and the 2nd generation would be in charge by True Buddha Foundation. And then next, it would split into many different pieces, and then there are no more lineage holders of True Buddha school. It's okay, that's affinity. We are not afflicted by it. In reality, nothing exists. So what are you afflicted about? Before me, there was no True Buddha school. After me, if there is no True Buddha school, it's as it should be. Or if you want to maintain it, it's fine too. If you don't, just to let True Buddha school disperse, it's not related to me. I am not worried about it. As long as you have attainments in your spiritual practices, that's good enough. That's good. So I have no attachments now too. I don't care. I don't care about anything. Why? Because I have no attachments. So if I want to care, that means I still have concerns in my heart. So I practice until now that I reach the state of nothing to gain. I don't get anything, and I have no expectation. I don't wish for anything. Nothing. Whether there are many or few disciples, fine. Whether the school, the lineage will continue or not, is unrelated to me. True Buddha school did not exist and does not necessarily exist now in the future. And is even more so so the 5 eyes and 6 transcendent powers is just to let you know, to encourage you. So teaching you this divine seeing is also to encourage all of you so that you're diligent in your practice. That's the key point. I don't need any temple. I don't even want a temple. And where I would be born in the future, that's the issue of the future. It's unrelated to me. Now you understand Grandmaster's heart and mind. No afflictions, don't have any attachments. These 2 key points are most important. In our spiritual cultivation, the most important thing is no big deal. Nothing matters. There's no need for you to worry about me. Even this I or me are non-existent. What else do you want? Is there anything else I should say?
现在这一场是属于西雅图雷藏寺的，西雅图雷藏寺。
So this ceremony is organized by Seattle Lechang Temple. What else do you want Grandmaster to do? I have talked about all the key points. Where's the abbot?